As a Risk Management Officer, or RMO, you are able to see all the programs being run in your division or divisions. It is usually the coordinator of a group who gives permission to proceed for these programs, and team leaders who add these programs and carry out the steps needed to gain permission to proceed. Programs can be filtered by program type, group, and by active or archived. You can also filter programs by typing in the first word of the program name and clicking Search. Lists can be arranged by clicking on the headers. For example, if you click on Status, the green lights appear at the top showing the programs that have been granted permission to proceed. Click again and the programs that are yellow, in progress, or red, not yet submitted, go to the top of the list. Please note that a program status cannot be changed after the end date of that program has been reached. From the Main Programs page, you can add a new program or copy an existing one. We will show you how shortly. You can also edit, print, or archive by simply selecting the program using the Select button and then clicking on the icon at the top. Of course, you can always go straight to the program by clicking on the name and back using Return to Program List. Now let's see how someone with team leader authority or above can add a new program before seeking permission to proceed. Please note that your current group, the one at the top of the screen, must be the one for which you are creating the program. To add a new program, just click the green Add button. This opens a new page with the program summary at the top and the safety plan details at the bottom. A red star indicates a mandatory field. To begin, select a team from the drop-down list and give the program a name, a location, and a start date and end date. At the bottom under Safety Plan, you can begin by filling out the mandatory fields. First, the main contact and phone number. Then, under Locations, the primary location name and the primary location address. Now you can save this new program by hitting the Save This Program Safety Plan button, located near the contact information and also at the bottom of the page. You will need to use this Save button each time you add or change anything in the safety plan. Copying an existing program is what is recommended when you want to seek permission to proceed for a new program that is similar to an old one. For example, if you wanted to run a father and son camp this year, similar to the one you successfully ran last year, all you need do is click on the Select button next to the existing program and then click on the Copy icon. A new program page opens up with all the details of the copied program but without the dates. You will see that the program name defaults to Copy of Father and Son Camp. You can change this to something suitable like Father and Son Camp 2 and add the start date and the end date. Of course, you still need to check the other details to make sure they are correct or sufficient and make any changes that are necessary before requesting permission to proceed and saving the new program. Please note, copying a program does not copy any of the attached files. Now let us look at the Teen Scene program and see the steps that may be taken by the team leader to gain permission to proceed from their coordinator. These steps are summarised at the top of the page for each program. Here we see that a team has been assigned, the All Stars team with team leader Asher Thring. A safety plan has been created and 2 activities have been added. Let's take a closer look at the safety plan and the activity plans. The safety plan is designed to manage risks for the overall program. Here we see 2 risks that have been identified. These are added using the Add button and can be deleted by clicking on the cross next to the risk. You can view or edit the risk by clicking on the Edit icon or the risk name. For example, sunburn. Each risk allows you to determine the possible consequence, from negligible to severe, and likelihood, from very rare to common. The program then assesses the risk level, medium, and you have to come up with an action plan to limit the risk and some emergency strategies to deal with any possible incident. The safety plan may include expected group size, first aid information, and emergency contacts. If more information is required, you can attach documents using the Upload a File button at the bottom of the page. Of course, you will need to save any additions or changes you have made. As well as the risks to the overall program, there may be separate activities that need to be risk managed. By selecting the Activities tab, you can add a new activity or copy an existing one from another program. Each activity can be deleted, edited, or printed using the action icons next to the activity name. Let us click on Teen Messy Games. The activity details now open at the bottom of the page. As we scroll down, we see all the details, including the risk assessments for this activity. This works in the same way as the risks in the general safety plan that we referred to earlier. There are fields and checklists to help with the risk assessment, as well as the ability to upload a file should your organisation require more information. Once the team leader has completed the safety plan and activity plans and any other steps needed or required by your organisation, he or she can request permission for the program to go ahead, and the coordinator or higher level can begin the approval process. The Request Permission button is accessed from the Safety Plan tab. Simply select Yes and save this program, and an email is sent to the coordinator responsible for approving the program. To understand the approval process, let us look at a program that has requested permission to proceed, Cool Kids Term 4. The permission status is yellow. This means that the team leader has requested the coordinator or higher level to approve the safety plan and activity plans for this program. The team leader does this by choosing Yes in the Request Permission drop-down. The coordinator is alerted by email and is able to begin approval of the various steps. The Approval tab gives access to the Approval Progress page. On this page, the coordinator can progressively assess the safety plan and activity plans for the program. Here we see Steps 1, 3 and 4 have been approved. Step 2 is pending, and Steps 5 and 6 are not applicable. There are several other options for the coordinator to choose. In the Coordinator Comments field, suggestions on how to gain permission to proceed can be made, and the team leader notified by email once the coordinator has saved the approval progress. Please note that after a program has been given permission to proceed or a green light, any changes made to the program will send the status back to yellow to be reassessed by the coordinator. No changes can be made after the end date.